Hi guys, this is Rachel Daly sharing with you some technology, some free technology that you can incorporate into your classroom tomorrow. This technology is called Nearpod. It is an online platform, also accessible on iPads. It is free and it also has available upgrades within the app. So I use this app to present information to my students and to have them interact with it as well. They're getting knowledge. They're receiving information from the use of this app. So I'm going to show you an example of something I did with it, and I'm going to show you how to create with it. This too, much like my video on Quizlet, this app also has a huge community of people who have already created Nearpod lessons, and you're able to take and make a copy of a lesson if you do not have the time to create one yourself or are looking to be inspired by someone else. You can take and create and adapt, and now it's yours and you can push it out to your students. It can be a self-paced lesson plan, or it could be that you control the pace of the presentation. The students will access the presentation on a tablet, and here's how it works. So here's my library, and let's let it load, and let me show you. It was up here. Oops, I was doing some editing on this one. This is the one I want to show you. Okay, so we're going to do a live lesson. So live is so you can access this online or you can access it on a tablet. A live lesson is you're controlling the pace of the students. You're controlling what the students are seeing and when. You can also see on your teacher platform if a student leaves the lesson, if they are somewhere else, if they're looking on another website. You get to control that. So they type in this code, and every student, whether they're on a website or on a tablet, this is the first question they see. So it says, without imagination, would it be possible for trips into space, and why not? So students answer, and you take some time. They're actually going to be doing a reading, and this is kind of their pre-reading, get yourself thinking question. This reading that they're about to do is essentially a wordless read, and it's a comic, and many times my students will rush through a read, whether it has words or whether it doesn't. And so I created this to slow down their thinking, to help their thinking process, to anticipate, and to interact with the material. So students respond, and then I'm able to click on a student's response and project it in front and show others, and we can discuss it. I'm able to hide the name if I want. Then we start reading. So I push this first image out to them, and they start to just think and look. We can take this time to discuss, or we're gonna read the image. I'm able to control to the next slide, and now there's another question. Who or what is in that spaceship? And they start answering. And once again, I can present different students' responses up on the board, and they're interacting with the text. There are no words, but they're already interacting and engaging. They're taking it slow, little by little. Oh, here's the next page. We see somebody was in there, a human was in there. So we're asking, well, where's the astronaut from? And this is a poll, an unknown planet, Jupiter, Earth, Mars, and students will answer. All they have to do is click on their device or online, and they're answering, and we can then see the results up front. Go a little further, do some more observing, do some more reading, and again, you as the teacher are controlling the pace of this. See a little bit more. Okay, and another question. What's the mission? What mission does the astronaut have? The students respond. Again, this reading could have taken 30 seconds for a student to just look real quickly at it and see all the way at the end, but the end is great. And I want them to wait. I want them to think about it, to anticipate, to question, to interact. Some more. Observing. Observing some more. Oops. Some more observing. Notice his expression has changed. We've got a different scene. The expression was different than here. So I give them this question. So why does the astronaut seem to be happy, seem to be content? We start anticipating, discussing once again. Okay, here's the next page. Whack! Look at that. If the students would have jumped all the way to the end, they wouldn't have been surprised by this ending. They wouldn't have been surprised by this. This lady's like, always with rats, rats. Kind of like, daggone it, I still have these rats here. I gotta get rid of them. And the students are so surprised by the ending. But if they saw the comic on one page and jumped all the way to the ending, they wouldn't have had the opportunity to interact with it. And then all the way at the end, I asked them to draw a different ending. And they can include lines of dialogue. They're able to draw right on their device with their cursor and add some dialogue in there, and then we can present those. So, activity's done. I end the presentation. And so let me show you the behind the scenes. This is what it looked like. You can add different elements. I want to edit. Here we go. It's okay. Here we go. So I can add a slide, and when I add a slide, I can add the content, like an image, like any of these items here, audio, video, etc. This is super cool. There are different locations that Nearpod has around the world that the students can use their device to look up and down and all around. Kind of like those 360 photos that you'll see on Facebook, that they can take a little virtual tour. You can add web content, and you can add an activity like the open-ended questions, the draw it that I had, the poll. You can have a fill in the blank. So they're interacting with the content there. Here's an open-ended question. Here's the draw it. Here's a poll, another open-ended question, and then the last draw it. This could be, you could add just images like I did. You could screencast a video and post short video clips and then add some activities after to check for understanding. This could be a whole class activity, or you can also assign this to be a student paced. If I go back to my library home screen and I click on this once again, you can, instead of the live lesson that I showed you all, you can do student paced, and the students, just kidding, it's a premium feature, so you can't do the student paced unless you buy it. Sorry guys, I forgot. So it'll just, for the free, it'll be just a live session. But all of these other lessons, there's a lesson from the MoMA Art Museum. There are lessons in Spanish that I found, digital citizenship. All of these I found and made copies of so that I can use them for my students. Super great tool. Again, it's free and you can start using it tomorrow with your students. Hope you enjoy!